Welcome back, everyone, to Four Eyes, the podcast series that gives you a clear view into the optometry world across Canada and the US. And this is another one of our happy hour episodes. Woo, woo. It's a holiday edition. So you know what that means? We're not going to teach you guys anything. Your brains are going to melt pretty much at this episode. And we want everyone to listen to this episode with a drink in their hands because we are also drinking. Oh, my drink disappeared. So for anyone who's not watching on IGTV, we have our virtual backgrounds on right now. So Rav and I have a very special virtual background. It is my crusty construction paper Christmas decorations from when we lived together in Chicago at ICO. And I have what we did in our second year at ICO together. And then Rav has our third year decoration. So
when we had a little bit more time to do that.
When we had a little bit more time. But less sanity.
Yeah. Wait, you guys made the wreath too?
Yeah.
Rav's picture? Oh.
Yep. We made that.
Yeah, made the Snoopy,
This is funny. I feel like Alex and I have been there many times during these decorations, and yet we were like, all right. We didn't realize all the hard work you put into this. This is
we used to make snowflakes out of the popsicle sticks.
And I remember that.
Hang them from the ceiling. Yeah. I felt like a little kid, but that was my favorite.
But nobody noticed. No one cared.
I remember that. I looked up. I remember my thought. I looked up and I was like, dang, they must have had a lot of time to do that.
We would dedicate a whole week. We would dedicate a whole week just to put up our Christmas decoration.
That's nice.
Oh, and Rav actually moved right now. So if you look at our background if you look at her background, also appreciate all of the empty alcohol bottles on the top of the kitchen cabinets covered in wonderful Christmas lights. Lots of detail and hard work. Dedication went into emptying those bottles.
Every weekend.
Every weekend.
Hard.
We put our treasure at the top, you know?
Yeah.
Trophies. They're trophies.
They're trophies, man.
Well, Alex and our backgrounds are pretty standard.
Yeah. They look pretty similar.
They look
We both have trees.
Yeah. And
mine has a mask in it.
Yeah, hers is more COVID related, what's happening now. But I think I'm supposed to be outside. I don't know, have a bunch of stars going on or lights happening.
You took your glasses off, basically?
Yeah. This is how I see when I'm driving. This is me without glasses.
That's all the people with
or
the
contact.
Yeah. And then you guys know we always have to go over what we're drinking for this episode. Who would like to do the honors first?
Well, I'm pretty simple here. But I have a very old woman drink, the standard tea with a boatload of Baileys in there. So that's my Christmas drink.
Behind the scenes note, Deepan's drink at the last happy hour was not a drink, not an alcoholic drink. It was tea.
Yeah, it was a ginger tea.
Lied to all of you.
Rav was like, just call it ginger beer. And I was like, yeah. All right, but I think I still had the bag in there, and you're like, take out the bag. Do you Yeah, that's a little insider secret of Four Eyes.
From last one.
From the last.
We lie to you guys every episode.
Yeah, it was just a lie.
I have some white wine. It's Moscato, if you can.
Oh, there you
go.
go.
What a shocker.
Super basic. Actually, my friend up here just bought me a wine set, so I have an electric wine opener. Ooh, and then it also has is it a decanter for red wine? Is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah.
Got
wow, you fancy now.
They're trying to get me to be fancy. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, Alex has her hair down today, so she is being fancy today.
This is true.
That's true.
I am drinking Jameson whiskey with Coke. That is my go-to for 2020. No shocker there.
Is that like a full glass of?
Yeah, so this is actually in a Jack Daniel's tall glass. Yeah, pretty much filled.
And then I have a glass of red wine, which was full. And then I kind of drank it while I was waiting for Amber to get ready for this episode. Yeah. While she took her precious time trying to put that red lipstick on.
I know.
It's hard when you have no lips.
Our
can't find them.
audio listeners are going to be like, what? So for
That's
those who
true.
can't see us on video, all of us have makeup on,
Yes.
red lipstick, the
Yes.
whole thing.
We put an effort for you guys.
put an
this
effort for
episode,
Christmas.
so we
Mostly
better
because-
get like 3,000 views on this one.
Well, I feel like, okay, so I wanted to wear makeup because we didn't have any like holiday parties or anything like that. And I'm like, this is like,
True.
the only
This
time
is
to
our
actually-
holiday party.
Right?
And then we wear masks all day. I haven't worn makeup since like
The start of the year.
since the start of the year.
Yeah,
that's
like
crazy.
actually.
So we are going to start off this episode by wasting a good 20 to 30 minutes of playing Never Have I Ever. However, it is going to be an optometry edition. So hopefully you guys have all experienced this, because I already thought of a few things that I can share. So I guess I'll start. I'm going to start with one because I know Alex will drink this. Never have I ever dropped my entire lens case with all of the trial lenses scattered across the floor.
Are we drinking every time we've done it? We
Yes.
should drink every time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh yeah, I have.
definitely.
So really? All three of you?
Yeah, one of you guys helped me when it happened. Who was with
But
me?
was it when we had contact lens together?
Yeah, I think Rav was it you that helped me. I was like all foul, and I'm like, Rav, no, it happened to me. I almost made it, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it happened, and I was just like, oh my god.
I think Alex dropped it twice.
No, I only dropped it once.
Once.
Oh, okay. Then
I
maybe
remember
heard about
specifically,
Yvonne's
but I
story
had like 10 people, like including Amrit, that helped me pick them up. So
in lab.
I don't even think I picked up that many. And I was like, look at
People
her.
know. ICO knows. Even on the first years came, and they're like, oh, and they just like, I have to help her. Everyone come.
Well, it fell to the
surround her.
ground, and I was like, I think that was like the third bad thing that happened. And I was like, I need to go home.
Yeah,
I need to go home. Today's a bad day.
yeah.
I remember that day.
Yeah.
No, it sucks. It's like,
Yeah.
I saw someone drop I can't remember who it was in our class that dropped their trial lens kit, but they just shoved all the lenses back and didn't even organize it. And everyone was like, we can help you organize it. And they're like, no, it was at the end of the day. And they're like, no, I'm just going to go home. Like, I need to go home. I need to go home. Just shoved it all in there and left. And you could hear them like,
Oh
as they were
my
walking,
god.
the lenses going ching 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 as they were like, walking.
I feel like that's what happened to me too. I brought them home and I told Amrit about it, and Amrit's like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll drink it. We'll organize the lens." It was like a party for Amrit.
Oh,
Yes, Rav, you just shoved everything in there, and you're
Yes.
like, I don't care. The lenses will just sit in there until I want to organize them.
No, I literally brought it home, and then me and Amrit, we sat there our Friday night and
True
we organized
love.
lenses. That was
Those are true
Sounds-
friends, right
that was
there.
our party right there.
Mm-hmm. Never have I ever stayed in to study on a night where everyone else was at a party.
like who's everyone,
drink?
including your roommates?
Including your own like close friends. Have I? No.
Probably.
I did a lot first year, first quarter. I didn't go
Because
out
you
at
had no
all.
friends.
I know, that's true.
Rav,
You
you
weren't
were
friends with
waiting
us.
for
Rav
us.
had
That's
different
what it
friends.
was. You're waiting.
I just had different type of friends, you know.
I can't remember if I ever stayed in by myself. Like even if my roommates went.
Yeah. I don't think thered be a chance for any of us to stay in if all of us were out.
Okay, do you guys remember first year? Well, Alex, you were a commuter. So
I
you
was
were-
always a commuter.
Well, same with Rav. Rav and Alex were
Yeah.
commuters. As we discussed this term
Many
in our
times.
first happy hour
episode.
episode. But yeah, these two were commuters, so they didn't live in the dorm like how Amrit and I did. So it was really hard for us not to go out when everybody was going out, because literally it was like the dorm rooms were empty. So you were just
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be here in this.
But not even that. People would party in the dorm rooms. So
Mhm.
then you're
Oh, yeah,
also
that
like,
too.
oh,
People would be
there's
knocking
literally
on
a
your
party
doors.
2 doors down.
Yeah, they're like, we have an exam tomorrow morning, but you guys want to drink with us and get totally wasted? Okay. I have like 5,500 more pages to go through, but I guess I can study till 7 a.m.
But
and-
yeah.
Like it would just be like that. That was life. Oh my God.
None of us are drinking to that, right?
Alex
I
has
drank.
definitely
I
stayed.
done it. I done
but
it. I done
yeah.
it.
Alex
You take
definitely
another
stayed
one, girl.
back
young
when
ma'am.
we've all
You do
been
that.
out.
I have. I got plenty of Snapchats though,
Yeah.
and pictures. I felt like I was there.
I know.
Never have I ever stained somebody's cornea with hydrogen peroxide after practicing Goldman tonometry on them. I think I have.
I don't remember. I did it in my rotation. I did it on my very first patient, I think. I was like,
Ooh.
whoops,
Yeah, I've
during
done
my
that.
first rotation. And then, but my attending was like, oh, it happens. It's okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
whoopsies.
As long as they
My
don't
bad.
know.
I got another one. So never have I ever gotten a fluorescein strip and it dripped on a patient's shirt
Or your own white coat.
or your own white coat.
What about dumped part of the bottle on Deepon's white
Yeah.
shirt?
You didn't jump. Did you?
bottle?
Was the
I
it was
did,
the
but,
bottle?
like part of the bottle like tilted on you.
Okay. But Alex, the way she reacted, I was like, oh shoot, you got some on my shirt. And Alex was like, oh my God, I'm gonna buy you a new shirt. That's it. Like, oh my God. And I was like, Alex, no, it's okay. She's like, no. And it was like one of my, I don't even remember what it was.
Like, was it an old shirt?
It was a Star Wars shirt. I had it.
It's
was
just like a sleep shirt, basically.
Yeah, it
You
was a
just
sleep
lounge
shirt
in
or
it.
something. It was like
Yeah.
$5. And then I didn't think anything of it. The next week, she buys this Star Wars shirt off Amazon. She's like, I bought you a new shirt here. And I'm like, I mean, okay.
I felt so
Aw.
bad.
You felt
I think
so
I got a
bad.
black one too because I was like, I ain't staying in this one.
I was like, wow, Alex.
Surprisingly, I've never gotten any fluorescein stains on my jacket. I was shocked
Not on
because
my
everyone
jacket,
does. Yeah.
No, I don't. I never got it on a patient. I never got it on myself.
Mhm.
I've gotten it on a patient.
Were they
Really?
mad?
Were they mad?
No, it was an older guy. So he just like
Oh,
whatever.
senior.
It was at
Did
the
he,
VAs.
did he even notice, Rab? Did you tell him? Was he?
I did tell him. I felt bad.
she like drips it on his shirt. And she's like, oh, well, moving on to the next thing.
Never have I ever dilated a patient without checking their angles.
I mean, I've done that
Oh.
a lot. I've done that many times.
I have done. I just took a drink. I've done that, I think, like a handful of times. And to be honest, I think that the times when it happens to me is I find myself in that situation where it's that patient who talks for like 30 minutes and you're just really held back and you're just like, oh my God, you talk so much. I've lost all my time with you.
Mm-hmm.
So after I've done the refraction, I'll just like throw in the drop and be like, okay, like just get out. I'll see you back in 10 minutes. Like I need to do other things and see other people.
Yeah, I've done
But
that.
not a lot, but those, yeah.
I call it the streamlined exam when if I'm like super busy or if like a patient talks too long.
But
We
no,
could get
it's
in
true. It's
trouble.
like when they, if they really hold you back with time, it's hard.
But you know what? Honestly, like I even asked like some of the other doctors I work with, I'm like, are you guys afraid of like angle closure? And they're like, no, because you can reverse it. So
my
easily.
attendings have said that too. Only sometimes, not all. Y'all lying. Whoever says no,
I said
y'all
I
lying.
drank.
Oh yeah.
I
feel
am-
so shameful.
I don't want to put someone through that pain, and so I literally check it like every time.
Aw, bless your
Better
soul, Alex.
Never have I gotten a Goni lens stuck on a patient's eyes.
Oh, I've never.
Oh,
I think we've all got it stuck on Amrit's eyes.
yes.
I think everyone.
Stuck on
Yes.
your eye? Oh no, I have gotten it stuck on someone. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
I will drink to that.
Every time we practiced on Amrit, it got stuck on her eyeball.
Mhm. It's just very
you know what?
round.
You know what? Even though we got it stuck on our eye, if I remember after that, if I got it stuck on anyone else's eye, I wasn't panicky about it. I'd be like, okay, I know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Like, it'll be fine. So
It's
that's
going to
good.
come off eventually.
Yeah. Just
Mhm.
give it a little tap.
Give it a little tap and squeeze. Tap
Yeah.
and squeeze.
Never have I ever used Visine.
I don't think I've ever have used that.
I actually have.
I've never. Mm-mm.
I never heard of
Oh.
Visine before optometry school.
I used to have
Really?
really
I
bad
actually
red
didn't.
eyes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then every time I would do my makeup, I was, I guess, allergic to mascara or something.
Yeah.
So I would like drop like so much Visine in
Visine.
my eyes. So this is like pre-optometry days, and I came to optometry.
I'll
And
say
then-
this. Never
Mm.
have I ever used water for storing my contact lenses.
Never.
Well, I
Nope,
have.
none of us.
I
Deep
have.
on.
This was
Deep on.
pre-optometry. Okay, let me drink first. So
I was really good at taking care of them. Yeah.
no, so before, like during my undergrad and stuff, I would sleep over at my friend's place like almost every weekend. And so when I would wear my contacts, like during if we went out or something, and I would always forget like solution. So I would be like, oh, it'll be fine. Like I'll just put water in the little case and just put my contacts in there and then just wear it the next day. And during like optometry school, when we learned all that stuff, I was like, oh my God, what?
Yeah.
Like I could have destroyed my eyes. Like I remember in that lecture, my eyes just became bigger and bigger and bigger. I was like, oh my God. As everyone's like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm like, oh my God, you guys, like I've done it
You're
before.
like that patient where we shake our heads for.
Yeah, I was
like
that.
how
I was that
I was-
horrible patient. I'd be like, yeah, it'll be fine. What's wrong with
Or when
water?
people say they use your spit.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm okay. No, I don't.
When a patient
That's
says they
so
take their lenses
odd.
out and it's dry and they put spit on it to re-moisturize it
I
and
don't
they
know
put
how
it back
people
in the
do
eye.
it.
Who
I don't
said
know how to
that?
do
Like
it.
your patient?
Yes, I had a patient who did that.
Oh my God. No, I don't think I've ever had a patient who said that to me.
You know, Deepon, when you brought that up, that's a good point. I want to ask everybody here, what was like the most shocking thing you learned in optometry school about like your own eyes, or like something that when you learned you were like, oh my God, how could I have done that to myself? So
I'm
Deepon
pretty
already shared.
Yeah, mine was the contact stuff because I was like, whoa, I was a horrible contact lens wearer.
I think mine was getting LASIK, because I got LASIK done the summer before optometry school. And then when we learned about LASIK and like the risk of glaucoma and the dryness and the hyperopic shift and yada yada yada, I was like, oh my God, why did I do LASIK? Everything wrong with me happened after LASIK. So I was like, I should have learned
Well,
about
I mean,
this
that stuff would have
before.
happened anyway, though, more than likely.
That was your BV
Sorry, what?
issues.
That stuff would have happened anyway. I mean, not the BV stuff, but like your holes would have happened eventually, probably.
No, LASIK brought on
Dry eyes.
So I got
right?
LASIK obviously because the dryness. I was not good with contact lenses. I could only wear them for like 5-6 hours and I had to take them out. And now my dryness is like through the roof. My glare at night, I feel like I'm 65. Like I can't see cars. I can't see traffic lights.
After you got LASIK, I tell a lot of my patients who can't wear contact lenses for more than 3 or 4 hours, they're like, well, can I just get LASIK? I'm like, okay, think of your dryness now and just multiply that by like 5 or 6 times. And that's what it's going to be like all the time. And I think of that because I think of Amaret because I'm like, oh yeah. Like I think a lot of people downplay it, but
that's so true.
Depending if you had problems before, you know?
I use Amaret as a example as well because I'll say the BV problem and then the dryness problem. And so Amaret gets talked about a lot.
The CI for sure. Those minus lenses were really helping me with my EXO before I got rid of them. But I tell patients always ask me if they're ready for LASIK. And I usually tell them like, listen, when you're like a -7 or a -8 and you can't see anything without a pair of glasses, you're just weighing the risks and the benefits. Like I will live through my dryness and the glare all day just to be happy with the fact that I don't need to put on glasses to see my alarm clock in the morning and to see in the shower. Like I'll deal with it all day.
Alex,
that's a good way to say it.
Do you shower with your glasses on?
No.
Oh, your -10, so you probably can't see anything.
Well,
so you hold it like right here.
Yeah. I'll shower with my contacts in.
Yeah.
Because I throw them away.
Okay.
Because I throw them away right after. So they're dailies. They're not.
They're dailies.
Yeah. So I throw them away. So sometimes I'll shower without anything, like in the mornings, and it's Like the other day, I started washing my face with shampoo. And I was like, oh crap.
So that's because I guess for me, I like my vision is not so bad. Like I could still see
like a -4,
a -3 in my right and a -5 now in my left. But my right is a -3, so I can still see like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, well.
I used to shower in my contacts too when I was younger, but because I was like deadly afraid of getting an infection, I would only shower like neck down, and I would like physically bend my neck so that my face would not touch the water at all. But yeah, don't shower in your contacts, kids. Don't do it.
I do tell I joke around the patients that have like prescriptions close to me, and I'll be like, I know how you feel, and if there was a survival thing, we would die. So if there's a bear about to attack me, I wouldn't even know what happened if I didn't have glasses or contacts. I'm like,
that's why you gotta wear it. You gotta make sure those bears don't creep up on you.
When you go camping,
when I go
Alex,
hunting, I sleep with my glasses on.
I was gonna say that. I was like, so when you go camping or hunting, you probably like carry so many contacts just in case.
Yeah. No, I have so many contacts, and then I literally sleep in my plastic glasses, my plastic frames, because because I mean, it can happen. Like literally, you can be attacked at any point. So,
can I rant about something? So, because you bring up Alex, when you brought that up, so I had a patient last week, this like 9-year-old girl. She comes in with her mom and her other sister, and this really bugs me. It's the parents shaming the kids for being myopic. The whole entire exam, the mom was like, oh, well, we're all here mainly for, my one daughter because she's so blind. She can't see anything. Her eyes are awful. They're so bad. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let's make sure everyone's healthy. Like, like be happy. And this 9-year-old girl, she has such a she always has to hear these negative comments. And I did her refraction. She's like a -3. And I was like, oh, she's fine. Like I was like, her eyes are super healthy. They're great. She just needs glasses to see better. That's it. Like, it's, it's okay. Mm-hmm. And her mom was like, you know what? I already told her when she's 21, her gift, I'm going to get her LASIK. I'm going to get her LASIK so her eyes get better. And I was like, oh my God. Like, she's not a terrible person, and she's not like suffering in life because she's a -3. Like, stop putting her down all the time. Parents do that a lot. And it just,
it's such a common
grinds my gears.
Or people will ask, they'll be like, how bad are my eyes? Yeah, I'm always like, your eyes are not bad if you're seeing 20/20, even with correction. I'm like, it's just an arbitrary number. And they'll be like, no, but like, what's my number? I'm like, 20/20 vision. And they're like, no. They're like, oh, okay. So I'm like, no, it's like, it doesn't matter what your number is. As long as you can see the little letters, you're fine. I have so many people come in, my eye is lazy. And it's like -0.5 astigmatism or something like that. Or what? And I'm like, what? I don't know. I had an attending who told me, like, with patients giving their history, you do really have to take it with a grain of salt, because they'll be like, patients will tell me that, I got this surgery done where they poked a hole in my eyeball, took something out, and then now I could see, and I had the glaucoma in my other eye, and then that was somehow resolved. And then I'm just like,
and then when you dilate them, there's no laser or surgical scars at all. And you were like, sir, were you dreaming the surgery happened? Oh, maybe I was.
Yeah. Like it's just like, I'm literally like, they'll tell me all these surgeries that they had, which I believe they've had surgery, but I'm like, I don't know what it's for, what happened, you just don't know. So it's just, I've literally sat there during case history, and I'm like, my eyes just getting bigger and bigger, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to find at the back of this person's eye?
Okay, like all of our happy hour episodes, this became like a little rant about patients. I started.
Oh, wow. Never have I ever, during lecture, talked to my neighbor the entire time.
Yes, loudly, you can't do that,
Devon.
Well, Rav
Keep
never
on
showed
your
up
drink.
for class. She was late, so she never did. But
We
yes,
all
I
three
would
need to
be
drink.
that one person that would walk in late all the time.
we all have to drink
Yeah.
basically to that
Yeah.
one.
Deepon and I have had full conversations during lecture, and
we sat at the front.
recording. Huh?
We sat at the front and did this. We were at the very front, and
Yeah, mind you guys, we were in like the third row from the front, and we
Yes.
still talked very loudly.
Oh,
We even
all
played
four of
that
us used to sit
HQ game.
together.
yeah, all four of us sat
Yes,
together.
Rav, Earth
But-
to
We
Rav, we all sat together. When you were there, we sat together.
I know.
Yeah.
I forgot. Never have I ever gotten up 5 minutes before a clinic shift or an exam.
I've
Oh,
never done that. That
I
gives me
have
way
to
too much
drink.
anxiety.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have a
was there,
good
like,
one.
2
Like,
hours.
never
early.
have I
Have I ever missed an exam?
I definitely did.
Yeah. Wait, Rob, when did you?
It was one of our optics exam. Our exams at 8 in the morning. I woke up at 10:30.
Yep,
Oh.
I remember this.
10:30.
That was in
What
first
year?
No, it was first year. I remember I was living in my old place.
Because you lived in that basement, right? Yeah.
I lived in the basement. It was pitch dark in the basement. I could not tell what time it was. And for the next week, I was terrified. I would wake up in the middle of the night, scared I had exam the next day, and I would run to the washroom till I
That's
would
called PTSD, kids.
wake up fully. Till I would wake up fully and realize it's like 2 in the morning, and then I
Yeah.
would slowly go back to bed. So
Yeah,
then,
first year it happened to Amber. I remember it happened to Amber in first year.
But
Yeah.
I was very fortunate. I woke up, I think 15 or 20 minutes into our physiology exam, human physio, and then I ran into the school, and I think it was Dr. Goodfellow. He was like proctoring, and I was like, I just woke up. I'm like in my PJs, no bra on. That's serious, guys. I was like, I just ran to the school, and I actually got to write the exam with with an extra hour. I wrote the exam the same day. I was like, thank the Lord, I still made it. But that was it. I've never slept through a full exam. That's scary. I'd be
I was
terrified
traumatized.
too.
I was traumatized.
Since this is our last episode of the year, I do want us to go over like a reflection of 2020. And now, because 2020 was taken over by COVID-19 and the pandemic, all of your answers to these questions cannot include COVID-19 or cannot be related to the pandemic whatsoever. What was the most, actually, let's start with the negatives, okay? What was the big
The biggest downfall of 2020 is Amrit's Wi-Fi.
Don't say that.
Yeah, Amber's Wi-Fi.
I didn't even ask the question. Fine. What was the biggest disappointment of the year?
Your fucking
Amber's
Wi-Fi.
Yes,
We all
Wi-Fi.
will.
Amber's
For people who
Wi-Fi.
aren't caught up on this, my Wi-Fi for the past 2 months living at my parents' house has been cutting off. So it's very frustrating for the rest of the girls when I'm trying to say something and I freeze every 5 minutes. So fine.
And it's
Fine,
always
my Wi-Fi was the biggest disappointment.
you freeze at the most important part that you're gonna say.
That's
You're gonna be like, so I had the most craziest thing that happened to me. So and we're just like, oh my God.
I don't think any of you girls really watch South Park regularly, but have you guys seen the pandemic special of South Park? It is hilarious. Like, they show Eric Cartman doing online school. So, so the teacher gets on Zoom and then she's like, okay, everyone, welcome to class. And then he's like, all right, teacher, I'm ready to start and then like in real life, he's like pretending to freeze. And then he just puts a picture of him frozen on the camera because then they just think that he's frozen the whole time. That's what I should do for these podcasts. I should just pretend I'm frozen the whole time and just let you all do the work. What was the most exciting moment of 2020 for each of you?
There was a lot of things that could not be done this year.
I'm
Unfortunately,
gonna pick the cheesiest answer right now. My most exciting moment of 2020 was starting this podcast. Boom.
Aww.
Suckers.
Oh
you
yeah,
can't
we
take it.
started it in March. I was like, we started it in last year.
Doesn't it
Yeah.
feel so long ago?
Yeah, it feels we've been through
Well,
a
the
lot in this
groundwork.
podcast already. We're considered veterans now.
Yeah.
And it's only been like how many, like what, 8 months or something?
Like, yeah, like 8 or 9 months.
I guess, well, second most exciting moment for me was when me and Har purchased our own place. Felt like real
Yes!
adults. Yay!
Whoop, whoop.
Well, I got married, so
Yes, and we sent cupcakes to that fake
Yay.
wedding that she never told us about.
I thought I did.
You all need to listen to the previous happy hour to find out that story.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we talked about that. Well, this kind of has to do with COVID, but I think the most exciting thing for me was when my parents finally came back from India.
Yes.
It was like, oh my God.
They were trapped in India from December until...
No, from January. January till middle of October due to COVID.
Didn't they have like 5 flights scheduled that were like all canceled?
They
for
continuously
the year?
had flights and they'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, we're coming back in May. And then a week before, they'd be like, okay, it's canceled. And then the same story happened June, July, August, September.
Yeah.
And then I was like, in October, they finally came back.
Yeah. The next question is, what was the best thing that you bought for yourself in 2020?
A house.
That was good. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
A house. I guess
Well,
Rav could say
I
that
haven't-
too.
I haven't
Yeah.
bought it yet.
Okay, so we bought this couch that turns into like a pull-out thing, and we haven't used it as couch ever since we bought it.
Oh.
We literally use it as our bed because then we could put our legs on top.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you bought for 2020.
That is literally
Pull-out sofa?
couch.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
is the best purchase, and we have a fireplace right in front of us. Oh my god!
Ooh,
Oh, that's nice.
that
Yeah,
sounds
I don't
good.
know. I
that's
haven't.
nice.
What was the
I
best
bought-
thing I bought for myself?
I bought a nice coat for Black Friday. A coat that I wanted for a
Actually-
really long time from Aritzia.
They last a really long time. Those are really good.
Yeah. I think,
was-
yeah.
The best thing I bought for myself, probably like similar to Deep On. I think I bought like really nice skincare products that like I wouldn't buy regularly. So yeah, skincare, especially because of the mask knee, like the mask acne that everyone's getting. Yeah, I did splurge a little.
Oh, I
Sephora.
splurged a lot during like the deals for Black Friday.
Yeah. The last question for a wrap up of 2020. It's a more positive question, which is good. So, what do you feel like you're better at now than you were at the beginning of 2020? This could be anything. What do you feel like you've improved on or that you're better at either handling or better at being? Nothing.
We've got better at podcasting.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Alex stole the best answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're welcome, everybody in this group right now.
What are we?
You know what?
better-
Okay, I'm going to also say a really good answer. I feel like our friendship has really improved and strengthened like since doing this podcast.
Yeah, it definitely would have been harder to stay connected if we didn't have this podcast.
No, it's
That's
true.
my answer, Rav.
I don't think
Get
we've-
off my
I'm
answer
elaborating.
and say something.
Let me
We're just
elaborate.
extending the answer.
Yes.
No, I don't think we would have, like, our little group conversation would have been empty for like 5 months and been like, hi, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, bye.
I'm a very like it's hard for me to come out of my shelf sometimes. I'm very I keep it to myself. But yeah, I guess this year has allowed me to express myself, and this podcast
Express
has
yourself.
open that door for me where I can be
Open that door.
We've just become better at interrupting, Rav.
We've just become better at being terrible friends. That's what it is.
Oh man, these two, Amber and Deepan, have not changed since first year. Me and Alice kind of agree on that.
And yeah.
Sorry, Rav.
Sorry,
We just killed your
Rav. We just
vibe.
totally
Yeah, so Rav, you were
Destroyed
better at expressing yourself.
If
Rav,
you guys let me talk,
Rav,
even
you're
though
better.
Amber keeps freezing, she'll still take over. She still won't let me have the mic, man.
All right, guys. Hopefully, most of you have listened to the end of this happy hour episode, but we do have a few announcements to make before we head off here. So, first off, we are going to be taking a pretty long break to come up with some great, hopefully you guys think it's great content for you guys that will be ready in February of 2021. So yeah, that's, we won't have any more episodes for the rest of December or January, but we will be back in February of 2021. So stay tuned for really awesome episodes that include clinical cases that we've all experienced and unique clinical cases, like things that have stumped us, things that we have so many questions about, and really interesting and unique stuff. And then we'll have interviews with so many other healthcare professionals and episodes covering additional topics outside of optometry. So we're just really excited to take this break and get all this exciting content ready for you guys. And you guys are going to learn so much. And I think this is going to be season 5 for us.
4?
Oh, season 4.
So. Yeah.
Season 3.
We haven't even been out a year and we already have 4 whole seasons.
Yeah.
4 seasons.
We've been doing a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget to get your new lid devices from New Sight Medical. We have a promotional code called 4eyes20, which will give you a $20 discount and save you some monies on that really awesome device for dry eyes. So, for your patients, and sorry for Canadians, it's not available yet for you guys, but
not yet,
but it will come out soon.
Yeah.
But for our American colleagues and friends, definitely get this device. We talked to Dr. John Olkowski about it in detail. So if you want to head back to that episode, please listen to it and take a look. And we give a whole review, an honest review about what we think about it. And then, get it and try it for yourselves. 4eyes20 discount code, save some money, or get it as a present for someone else. It's a great stocking stuffer. Woo.
Yes. So, also for our listeners, one last message. So we have been taking DMs on our Instagram seriously for any episode ideas or topics that you guys want to learn more about or that you want us to cover. So make sure to follow us on Instagram at 4eyesoptom and DM us, message us, tag us. Let us know what you love about our episodes and what you want to learn more about. And we will make sure that we get that content out for you guys, because we are doing this for all of you listeners, not just for ourselves, but also for you guys. So let us know anything that you guys want and we will make sure to cover it.
Yeah, we love any feedback we get, whether it's positive or negative.
Or negative.
It helps us
Give
grow.
us all your negative.
It helps us grow into better podcasters and better hosts. And so send us your ideas, share us your opinions, and have a happy...
And tell us who your favorite host is.
No.
It's me. Thanks, everyone, for listening to 4eyes. Make sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at 4eyesoptom. Look out for new episodes every Wednesday starting February 2021. Until then, stay tuned. Have a happy holidays and have a happy new year.
Bye.